Satyricon Mother North VHS 2 out of 10. Satyricon are likely the most famous for the most ridiculous adventures into mainstream culture next to Dimmu Borgir, but contrary to popular belief, while the latter easily score the higher sales, Satyricon themselves were always one step ahead in undignifyingly whoring themselves for cheap cash. With no promotional stunt too low for their non-existent pride and no method too dirty for squeezing just one or two more shiny golden coins out of the clueless young generation buying into their shallow marketing scheme. We all remember who was the first black metal band signed to a major label, don't we? It certainly wasn't Dimmu Borgir. The Mother North video is something like the manifesto of this unwavering love for the shiny little round metal plates rolling in abundance. Because every fraction of a second about it screams marketing ploy and business scheme. The target audience can be derived from looking at where black metal stood in the mid-90s after the excessive media storm over the church burning and murder incidents of earlier years. But that isn't really necessary, because from the first second Monica Broughton appears in the uncensored version of the video, it is quite clear what kind of people this video is intended for. Seeing the video, one can easily picture the younglings giddy from excitement, a shiny spark in their eyes from seeing "oh, boobies!" And the rest of the package complements the deal to the target audience almost perfectly, in a negative context, unfortunately. An abundant dosage of cliches everywhere to appeal to everyone who believed everything the media once had written about mayhem, bosom, and the satanic black metal inner circle blends in as a secondary ingredient to the cheap peep show. And topping it all off, we are treated with the actual extent of Satyricon's market-oriented focus that goes beyond this video: the music. Satyr was never an all-too-classy songwriter, though. Perhaps in a rush of youthful idealism, he had once created works with at least a trace of integrity in earlier works, if already with clear signs of where the path of Satyricon was to go musically. Nemesis Divina then marked the uncompromising abandonment of every remote trace of integrity one could still make out on the Shadow Throne, and expanded on its melodic, semi-folkish hook lines to a nauseating extent. And in this development, Mother North certainly was his crowning achievement of his career so far, and for a long time to be. One horrendous conglomeration of shallow melodic lead work in the weakest of 80s air guitar culture fashion, literally sing-along choruses and stomping rhythms for easiest possible headbanging, walking the path of least resistance and easiest possible memorability, and on a very superficial level subsequent likability so efficiently that the end result is basically a pop tune dragged through the cosmetic adjustment of black metal instrumentation. Unfortunately, while Satyr's calculation might work all too well on the countless masses of clueless teenagers, everyone else can see all too easily how little actual integrity and artistic value there is behind this. And after this simple, obvious observation, there isn't much appeal left about this. The only value I can find in this is that Mother North on special occasion does its job as a pop tune rather well, so at occasions such as party during a state of deepest inebriation, it might possibly work occasionally. Apart from that, there's nothing about this video or the music that comes along with it that anyone can like.